Alexander conquered empires. Empires conquered nations. Businesses conquered markets. But you know what? One thing that truly conquers time is vision. Because people die, positions change, power fades, but the only thing that stays is vision. Now, before understanding what exactly vision is, I want to tell you one story. The story is of a boy. The boy was academically very sound. Till his class 8, he used to score near about 90%. But as he entered class 9, he got into bad company. He started developing bad habits, and eventually, this all reflected in his overall performance. The boy, once who used to score above 90%, now started scoring 65%. One day, his school called his parents to complain about his behavior. While the faculties were complaining about his behavior and lack of seriousness in his studies, he saw that there were tears in the eyes of his parents. And that moment, he realized that he is hurting the people who believe in him the most. He is hurting his parents. He decided that he will do something to make them proud. And at that moment, he decided that he will score 93% in his school. Because he was just 14, 15 years old, and at that time, there was nothing different that he can do. So at that moment, he decided that he will score 93%. Why 93? Because scoring above 90% will make you stand in the line of scholars. And 3 was his father's birthday, 3rd of February. So he decided that he will score 93%. On the very first day of class 10th, he wrote on a paper, I decide, I determined, and I commit to take 93% in my SSC exams. He started working hard from day one. He shifted his focus. He started focusing on more productive work. He studied hard. He gave the exams, and the results were out. He didn't got 93%. In fact, he got 93.20%. And that boy, or that student, is no other than anyone but myself, Shubham Medankar. And thank you. At that moment, I realized, how did this happen? This happened in 2016. And when I look back and think, ऐसा क्या अलग हुआ? In 9th, I was the same person. But what changed in class 10th? There are many factors that made it possible. But the major differentiating factor, I think, is I had a goal from day one. I had a goal from day one. मेरे दिमाग में था कि मुझे कुछ तो करना है. I had a clear target of scoring 93%. So I planned my whole year accordingly. Then I started reading more about goal, what exactly goal is, and then I found a very easy to remember and easy to recall definition of goal, and that was, a goal is a dream with deadline. If you have a dream, you put any deadline to it, that dream becomes your goal. This is pretty basic definition of goal, which everyone can understand. The year of class 10 taught me two major things. First was, clarity changes your behavior. Now let us understand this with an example. Suppose if you put an alarm to wake up in the morning and you have some urgent meeting, or you have, so students are here, so you have exams the next day. What will happen? As soon as the alarm rings, you will wake up and start your work. But if there was no exam or there was no any meeting, what would have happened? You would have keep snoozing the alarm continuously, and you have continued sleeping. Why did this happen? Did the alarm change? Did the position where you sleep change? The only thing that changed is clarity, and that clarity changed your behavior. Second most important thing I learned was that goals influence your decisions. In my class 9, I used to spend hours playing games on my mobile. But when I entered class 10, 30 मिनट भी ऐसा लगने लगा कि I am wasting my time. Why did this happen? Because I had a goal in my mind. I have to achieve 93%. So these were the two more major things I learned in my class 10. Now let us understand what is goal and what is vision. As I told you earlier, goals are dreams with a deadline. Correct? And what is vision then? The same question came in my mind. I also started thinking the same. When I observed people, when I observed surrounding, I came to know that situations change, opportunities change, and accordingly your life changes. So is it really possible to predict the long term? Or is it really possible to have long term goals? That is the question the answer I am expecting from you. You do your self-analysis and find its answer. Is it really possible to have a long-term goal? Here also I got mixed opinion. I was confused the same. Because things change, people change, situations change. You can't control the long-term output. So then what controls the long-term output? And the thing that controls the long-term output was vision. What exactly vision is? Now let us understand vision and goal by relating it to Google Map. Vision is like the destination you put on the Google Map, and goals are like the turns which you take to reach that destination. Without destination, the turns which you take have no meaning. And in the same way, without taking the turns, you can't reach the destination. So my friends, vision is not just a goal. Vision is not just a dream. Vision is not just a wish. Then what exactly vision is? Vision is a clear mental image of future that does not exist today. It is the ability or the desire to create something bigger that will continue to exist even after you die. Dreams are emotional while vision is strategic. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj took oath of establishing Hindavi Swarajya at the age of 16. And today he is no more, but his vision of establishing Swarajya is still within us. Jagadguru Sant Tukaram Maharaj, the Guru of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, wrote Abhangas or devotional poems 400 years before. But his Abhangas are still relevant in today's time, and it continues to inspire the lives of many. Why did this happen? This happened because they had a vision. The fear was, see, when you try doing something, there is a fear in your mind. But when you overcome that fear, you can definitely do it. Overcoming is nothing but conquering the fear. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Sant Tukaram Maharaj were able to conquer their fear because their vision was much more bigger than their fear. I am sure that everyone sitting here definitely must have talent, some hidden talent. Some may be good at singing, some we saw some dance performance, some are good at dancing, some are good at some sports. So everyone has some talent. We don't lack talent. All that we lack is clarity, direction, and vision. Fear is loud when the future is unclear, but when the vision is clear, your fear becomes just a background noise. So it's important to have a clear vision. Mahatma Gandhi ji is no more between us, but freedom remains. Nelson Mandela is no more between us, but equality movement continues. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, is no more between us, but Apple continues to grow and expand its business. Why did this happen? What is that differentiating factor? That differentiating factor is vision. Friends, people have lifespan and vision have legacy. If you want to create a legacy, then you should have a vision. So the real question here is not how successful you will become. The real question here is what vision will survive you, even after you die. So my friends, don't just build careers, build vision. Because careers end, but vision stays. Thank you so much.